Okay, hello, it's your boy Tobes. Your man, actually. I'm a man, son. Anyway, you guys probably saw Greg Doucette and AlphaDestiny's videos, right? When they debate on what is naturally achievable, like being naturally elite what or what physique you want to achieve naturally, right? So let me give my little spin. Greg says that most people will not have a good physique naturally, or most people will not ever, whether naturally or steroids, or will not have the physique they want naturally. And then we have Alpha Destiny's take, who said if you train long enough and right enough, anybody could look good naturally. And maybe not anybody could have elite strength naturally, but most people could get close or even achieve it. And who am I going to agree with? Well, based on me, I'm a natural athlete, a lifetime natural. I've been doing this for near 15 years starting May. And you can argue that I have above average genetics, but I'm not a genetic freak whatsoever. I didn't start out with big muscles. I did not start out with superhuman strength. In fact, I was very weak, especially for my size. I was the short, stocky kid, and I was the skinny kid at the same time. It took me so long to get strength, and I'm still not the best, especially compared to people in the USAPA and IPF, whether are weight classes below me or above me, who are actually natural and that much better, and the few legit natural bodybuilders who are that much better. So, and I'm still pretty good. So, I agree with Alpha Destiny. My belief is if you train long enough, do the right exercises, anybody could look good naturally. Anybody could be strong naturally. Maybe not be elite, but you could be close and you could be above especially above your expectations. I'm stronger than I ever thought I would, even with steroids. I didn't think I would take steroids to be as strong as I am now. And you could check my videos to see my numbers over the years and see for yourself. And see my physique for yourself. Look at my uh look at my 10-year natural transformation in my leanest, strongest form when I was 6 foot 250 pounds to see for yourself naturally. It's gonna be in my video link below. I always put, and it's based on my programming over the years. Which, if you want to hire me as a coach, hire me for rock bottom prices, and I always deliver. And that's also in my Instagram or website. Follow me on Instagram, or go to my website for a deal and read my blogs. And anyway, so anybody can do it, right? And and the thing is, this is what Greg also said. Most people want to look like Chris Bumstead. Well, I would say most people like me or others who are severely into the bodybuilding culture, or other bodybuilders who want to go pro or look good or do classic physique, hell yeah, they want to look like Chris Bumstead. Do you know why? They're taking steroids, and they want to be the best at their sport, so they want to look like Chris Bumstead. And most powerlifters who are taking steroids anyway, and strongman, they're no different than bodybuilders, so they also want to look like Chris Bumstead. The powerlifters and strongman that don't want to look like Chris Bumstead are the true powerlifters and strongman who are after all-time world records and world titles, and they just want to take whatever physique gets them stronger. They don't care about looking like Chris Bumstead. Only bodybuilders do, or world or classic physique. But the average population who is not after being a world champion, who is not after cosmetic reasons, or who is not after being a bodybuilder. In fact, the average population who is not heavy in the culture would find the Chris Bumstead look overdone. Too much muscle and very unnatural and unattainable. Most people want to have the Brad Pitt physique, the Chris Hemsworth physique, the Henry Cavill physique, the Michael B. Jordan physique. Most people want to look like these Hollywood actors, maybe even Tom Hardy. Even The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and John Cena and Batista. And Terry Crews. Those physiques are extreme. Most people, unless you want to be very strong and big, don't want to look like that either, because those are also steroid physiques and unattainable without steroids. And the thing about Henry Cavill, Chris Hemsworth, and the rest of these physiques that are aesthetic, those are naturally achievable physiques. Anyone could look like that naturally. It's just that they took steroids because they're normally just have to gain as much muscle in a short amount of time to play a movie role they get highly paid for. And you have to, it's just to accelerate the process to get paid. They could achieve those physiques naturally if they took time. They had the genetics, and they only do like 1 or 2 cycles to get there, which is not really much. 10 years naturally and over, even 5 years naturally and over, you'll gain more than 1 or 2 cycles. Especially with low doses. They're not abusing drugs. 1 or 2 cycles of low doses of test and D-ball and other whatever people take is not overdone. It's just enough to gain enough muscle, especially with the right training and right diet. Especially if you train like 5 to 10 years naturally, you can even do better for the most cases, or get the same results, just like those Hollywood people could. And let's talk about the elite standards graph AlphaDestiny talked about. The graph, right? Anybody, almost anybody could achieve the elite standards in that graph. Almost anybody. And that graph is an outdated graph. There are people who are even natural who could achieve a lot higher numbers than the elite standards that used to be elite for steroid users. And even back then, there are people who are steroid users and natural who are achieving way more than the elite standards in that graph. They just weren't coming out. There was no social media. They were competing in private. And back then, lifting was predominantly equipped. Not many people competed raw. So this is pretty much my take. And I just want to end this saying, stay natural, do it long enough, train the right way. Hire me if you want. Watch my videos on how to train. Watch my footage. Watch my progression. Hire me as a coach. Or look at any other case channels like AlphaDestiny. Or even my boy Freaky D. And Freaky D 0500 550. Alec Ankiri, and yes, Jason Blaha, and Natural Hydrophoby, and Fit World Exposed for the motivation, anybody, and Mechanimal. And there are many good channels out there on how you can train naturally. And even if you want to take steroids, many good channels out there on how you could train with steroids too, and including Jason Blaha. And Johnny Candido and Strength Athlete. They're good how to train naturally channels and Strength Athlete. And of course, Juggernaut Training and RTS by Mike Tushier. They're good how to train naturally, especially for powerlifting and strength. And if you want to do steroid channels, go to More Plates, More Dates. Go. And if natural or steroids, go to like Pete Rubish. He'll tell you how to train. You can even hire him. And he mastered both he was very strong naturally, and he's very as honest as it gets when it comes to taking steroids or being natural. He mastered both worlds. You can watch his videos. Watch some of old George Lehman videos. And Who else? Watch Greg Doucette's videos too, because he, believe it or not, even though he probably doesn't like me that much, I don't like him that much. What is right is right. I mean, if he even knows me that well, he is. He makes good videos. He's highly intelligent. He knows his stuff. He accomplished a lot in bodybuilding. He's an IFBB pro, and he was accomplished a lot in bodybuilding naturally. He has good genetics. He, I think, still holds the IPF Masters World Record in bench press. He did a lot of bench press feats. He was known to be the pound for pound strongest bodybuilder in the IFBB for a while. And he even held the world record sumo deadlift for most 4 or 5 pound deadlifts done in a minute, which I believe was around 40 or 50. And I think that either got broken by Chris Duffin or he broke Chris Duffin's record. And Chris Duffin is another guy to subscribe to, as in Chris Duffin has a lot of good information. Anyway, and a little. Oh, look at that forearm, son. Barely anything. And a pec bounce. Bam, bam, boom, 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 boom. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. That was very weird. Anyway, and we're out.